Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Spilled Milk. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate all of the love. We got another good comedic episode for you. Let's get into it. Have either of you been on a first date and you were just like, bleh?
Yeah.
Just like, no. Yeah?
Yes.
I haven't. I don't really go out on like dates though.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I don't know.
Same. It's like, or just like the first time you hung out with someone that
Yeah.
was potentially.
Yeah. No.
I feel like when I get the
Uh.
ick from someone, I get it fast.
Yeah.
Have you guys had that? Have you guys had that with just like regular friends?
I have.
Like people you've hung out with?
Yeah.
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 I have a couple of friends where like I was like we became friends, but the more time I spent with them, I was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like I really don't want to hang out with you.
Yeah.
I don't like and it was tough because some of those friends I'm thinking of, it was like in a friend group.
Sure.
And it was like,
Yeah.
if I want to hang out with the people that I actually really want to spend time
Yeah.
with and just go have fun, and then like that one person came around and I'm just like, eh.
That's
you know?
usually how it goes with like. Have you guys ever tried to like combine friend groups?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually
It's
how
hard.
it goes. Yeah.
How so? What do you mean?
Like okay, let's say I have two different friend groups and they all come to my birthday party. It's hard to get them to mesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'm thinking of like your grad party when you had all of your like high school friends, like all your dude friends,
Yeah.
and then we came. I feel like at first it was just kind of awkward.
Yeah.
But then like once we started talking,
Yeah.
it was good. But
Yeah.
is that like that's what you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, when
for
I
sure.
was there, and it wasn't because I didn't want to talk to them, but I just happened to not talk to them at all while I was at your
Yeah.
party because I was just kind of hanging out with our group.
It's like a different side of you
Yes.
that we saw.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we only knew
It's like
you from
two
a certain
worlds
point.
colliding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like we met
Mhm.
we met the 0 to 16-year-old
Mhm.
Purich and the 0 to 16-year-old Purich's friends.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think it's also just like we all became friends because we have this one shared connection. We all met at the same place doing the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
thing. And because of that, I think we just have this really wholesome friendship.
Yeah.
And so if I tried or you tried to bring another group in and it's such a different vibe, we're like not used to being that way with like each other even,
Mhm.
you know?
Do you have that with like family members? Do you have your like not favorite family members, but the people that you're like that cool cousin, right?
Yeah,
like
you just
like your
gravitate
favorite
towards
cousin
them
that
more.
you'll
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
I definitely
I feel
have
like I
that.
don't have that actually.
Really?
Oh, that's cool.
I feel like I can mesh equally as well with. I mean, I guess with the younger cousins, I can like my age cousins I can mesh with better than
Yeah.
like the uncles and
yeah.
the aunts and stuff. But yeah,
Because I think if like everyone in my family were to be in one room, I know the exact few people who I would be with the whole time. Like I'd still
Oh.
talk to other people, but it would be like small talk, like hey,
Yeah.
like what's going on, what's new at school, and then I would spend the majority of my time actually talking about fun things with the specific people.
that's fair.
Mm-hmm. How do you think that will have like, do you have your like work friends?
Not really, because I don't really work with anyone my age.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
At the restaurant that I worked at, there were a couple people that I just worked with so much
Yeah.
that we understood, like, especially with serving, it's like we got on each other's rhythms, but like we worked really well together because our like personalities got along. There was a girl younger than me that we really got along with. There was a girl older than me that we really got along with, and then there was a girl who like she does serving as like her summer job because she's a teacher at the local school, and like our personalities, we were able to talk shit about the people we wanted to
Yeah.
because they didn't work with us,
Yeah.
or like people that didn't do their job well, and we just like had a really good time bonding over that stuff. But like
Yeah.
multiple age groups at work, and also during lifeguarding, it was really easy too
Mm-hmm.
because like everybody was either in the grade below me, my grade, or the grade
Yeah.
above me,
Yeah.
you know.
Mhm.
So it was kind of cool. But now it's like way different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like the youngest person on my staff. I like 100%. I think the closest person to me is maybe a year or two older than me, but it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a little harder to like connect with them
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Mm-hmm. I think coworkers are kind of difficult sometimes because I feel like I'm someone who's always made friends at the jobs I'm at, but I hardly ever reach the point where I would hang out with them outside of work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're like your best friends when you are at work. Though.
Yeah.
Even if they're like 56 years old. Like,
yeah.
what's up, Mike?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how it was like at my
Yeah.
last job.
Yeah. It's cool because like those people like bring the like, it doesn't feel like you're talking to somebody that's like that much older than you.
Yeah.
Because all you're there for is literally to just
Yeah.
do the job with that person.
Right.
And I think that's so fun.
And especially if there's work drama and you all
Yeah.
can just like bond over the work drama.
Yes. Also, like even like bosses, like I've had a couple bosses that were just so chill because they know that like these certain groups of people can do their job and they can do it well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so then it's not that they like talked a bunch of smack about the people that didn't, but like they, without saying, they knew.
Mhm.
Like they knew who was good and who was bad. Like they're not idiots. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I always thought that was fun talking to my bosses in that type of like random way.
Yeah.
Did you have any teachers like that?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, I feel like I didn't.
Really?
Like when I look at all of my college professors, like I feel like I've got very surface level with the vast majority of them. Especially
I feel
in
like
like
that's
high
how it
school
is with
too.
the majority of them, but there are the few that
Mhm.
Do you have some now?
yeah. Not like now I'm in their class now, but yeah, I have in the past.
Yeah. What about you, Kendall? You said yeah?
Not currently right at the moment, but I think there's like 2 or 3 that I could think of off the top of my
Yeah.
head
Yeah.
from the past who
That you
really
just
had an
clicked with?
impact on me.
Even in high school. Like I had a couple teachers but I would just talk shit about other kids with.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I think I've experienced it most in college though. I think it's just because it's cool in college because a lot of teachers still look down on you like you're a little child, but
Mhm.
a lot of them realize like you're an adult. You're obviously not quite as old as me, but you're in this stage of your life. You're grown up. Like we can have adult conversations.
Yeah.
But I love when that happens because you enjoy their class so much more.
Mhm.
I'm with there was a high school teacher that I had and she taught English and I thought she was awesome. I loved her. And I know that she really liked me. We had a very similar comedy style, so we'd always like be cracking jokes that me and her would really get. But it was like what? Probably it was like junior year, right? Junior year, she was preparing me for a college style class. And I remember she was like, if I could run it like a college class, I would have 3 assignments and that would be it.
Mhm.
Because that's how a lot of college classes are. And she goes, well, unfortunately, high school isn't that way, right? And it's like, okay, whatever. But she ran it like a college class, right? And a lot of people did not like that.
Mhm.
And even my sister had her and was, I don't like her. I don't like her. I was like, why? Like she's literally preparing you for exactly what you need. And then I got to college and was able to see that.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, I respect you tenfold
Yeah.
for running your class like that
Yeah.
in high school with juniors and freshmen that have no idea what you're doing for them right now.
Mhm.
Like that is super cool.
I think it's also cool that you were able to recognize that though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I recognized it my next year because I was also gone for half of the year. And so like I was able to really see the pluses and the minuses of that because I mean there are definitely some negatives to it for sure.
Yeah.
So
I was always the kid, like, a lot, like, most of the kids hated this teacher, but I was like, I feel like I learned the most and respected the most out of these teachers that most of the kids, like, did not like.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was not like that.
Really?
No.
You guys had pretty much the same teachers too.
Mm,
In high school, yeah.
That's what I mean.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like in high school, you realistically ran into maybe not have a class, right?
Sure.
But, or am I just like way wrong?
I mean, I think that we at least know a lot of the of the teachers that we had.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, speaking of high school, did I tell you guys about what happened at my sister's graduation?
No.
Oh my gosh. So, because we had that like joint grad party when I graduated college and my sister graduated high school, like 2 weeks after my sister graduated, right? And it was snowing on that day because the day we threw the party, literally, it was like 4 hours before that, she had just graduated high school. It was in downtown Golden at the Colorado Mine Stadium. It was probably 30 degrees outside. Torrential downpour, cold, heavy rain.
Oh.
And everyone was like, my sister was just, oh my gosh, I don't want to have my graduation like indoors. And mine got canceled because of bad weather. And I was like, it's not that bad. You're fine. Suck it up. But now looking back at it, it's like, it's cold. We get there. It's raining. Everybody around us has umbrellas.
Yeah.
And we had all these blankets and stuff. And the person right in front of me in the stadium, I was wearing pants and we had a blanket. It kept dripping water on my knees the entire time I sat down. And so I'm here freezing.
Yeah.
Everyone around me and my family is super warm. This one person is just dripping on my knees. And then the people next to me, their person got blah, 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 graduated. And they stood up. Their whole umbrella dumped on my body. And it's 30 degrees and raining. And I'm already mad. I'm obviously I want to be there, but I'm like the only one freezing cold. And this person gets up. And then they sit down and the person in front of me has the same shit happen. They stand up and their whole umbrella comes downpouring on my legs.
That's so fucked.
I was so mad. Like I was trying to be like so there in the moment for my sister, but I was soaking wet in 30-degree snow, hail, rain.
Bro.
I would have been pissed too.
Yeah.
Oh my, I would. My girlfriend's just sitting there just like, do you want some more blanket? I'm like, what's it gonna do? I'm already freezing cold. Oh my, that irked me. I didn't know who they were, but like, it still irked me.
Yeah, that's
down to my core.
The worst.
Dude, I'm sorry, but any kind of graduation ceremony, they're so hard to sit through.
Yeah, they're so long.
Yeah.
You can't be in the beginning. Like if you're graduating, you can't be in the beginning because then you gotta wait for everybody.
Yeah.
Even if you're at the like middle towards the end, you gotta wait the whole time,
Yeah.
and then you're up, and then you're like, well, whoop-de-doo.
And then you
Yeah.
wait again if you're in the
Yes.
middle. And then if you're last, then you're just like waiting
Also,
forever.
Why is it so common for like the endings part of the ceremony to take 7 years?
I have no idea.
You know, like, but like everyone's done, everyone's sitting down, and the people at the front are just blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah,
Yeah.
just talking. And there's some stuff that like they say for like legal reasons, like, oh, and now I commence you to the blah, blah. But it's like, did we need 7 other guest speakers before you to say that?
Yeah.
Like, bruh,
Like, dude.
like why does it take
Yeah.
so long? Also,
Yeah.
I want to come to yours if I
Yeah,
can.
you should.
I'll show up. I'll be the one guy just, Kendall, that's my friend.
Woo!
Oh my gosh.
I love that.
And when we were joking, when we were going to Grand Junction a couple weeks ago, and I was like, should have taken you less than 4.
Yeah. You fucking asshole.
I know you're smart. Shouldn't have taken you 5.
I remember when I graduated high school, you were there.
Yeah, because my sister's the same age.
Yeah.
Did you see her, Kendall?
Kendall. Yes.
Mhm.
Nice.
She was sitting next to our other friend.
Yeah.
Oh.
This
I
other
gotcha.
guy who we interned with at Outdoor Lab, we were sitting right next to each other because our names were right next to each
Yeah.
other.
Oh yeah.
And the whole time, I remember we were both so pissed sitting at that graduation ceremony because we had to leave Outdoor Lab early to go to that
that's
graduation.
right.
Your guys was like the first.
Yeah, so we missed
Yeah.
our last few days of Outdoor Lab
Yeah.
ever to go to our stupid graduation ceremony. I was hoping they could just like mail the effing thing to me,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I was so upset.
It is cool. Like graduating college, it was really nice because my girlfriend was out. Her whole family came out for me.
Mhm.
My dad's family came out. My mom's family came out. You know, so like
Mhm.
it was really nice seeing them. And the cool thing about the graduation is like it's about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that you did.
Yeah.
But I agree. With my high school graduation, I was lucky to have mine on Friday because I had Monday through Thursday,
Yep.
had 0 responsibilities.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then just got to leave on Friday. But like,
That's how I was, and I wasn't even graduating.
Yeah.
I just went down for the graduation
Yeah.
ceremony and went back up.
Yeah.
and you still had no responsibilities because school was done at that
I was
point.
like, Jay chilling.
I think I had to stay at my house because I had a bunch of extended family fly out.
Yeah.
But if they hadn't, I definitely would have gone back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you have you Kendall, have you heard the story of when me and Perch did our math finals and did our
Oh my,
did our
that's
math
such a good
class?
story.
You go. Tell me the story, bro.
Okay, so basically, Austin and I were in the same math class. We had the same online teacher or whatever. And I personally, I don't know about you, I think you did too, but we put our work,
Yes.
we did not do our work for a good chunk of the semester. So we left it for the last week.
Oh my god.
And so, yeah, we put it off for a while. And so we go and we do our work after, like I said, we put the kids away, get them to bed. And then we went into this separate building, into the high school leader lounge of Spalding's.
Yeah.
And we sit there, and there were kids next door, like in Spalding. So we were sitting there in the pitch black with our computers out. We had cups of coffee, like hot cups of black coffee. Just like, I would say it's like 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
And we were just finishing our work for the semester, and then we were doing our finals. And then with our finals, we would answer a question, or like we would do like each of our quizzes or whatever, and then we would compare answers and take pictures on our phones.
And it's not just a few. Like it was
Yeah,
like
there were a lot
of pictures.
So we would trade off. Austin would do a quiz. We would take pictures of every single question, and then I would do the same quiz to see if there were the questions would match, and then I would just go off of that. And then if Austin got one wrong, I'd be like, "Oh, let me try this one."
Yeah, we didn't do any of the work.
And then we were in the pitch black, so I was like super paranoid for whatever reason that there were spiders crawling up my legs. So I felt them like consistently, that there were spiders crawling on my legs. So like at random points in time, my leg would just kick because I would think there was a spider on my leg. And one of the times I kicked over my cup of coffee.
And it was a
burn
full
you?
mug.
It was a full like hydro flask
Oh
mug
my
worth of coffee. I just
God.
kicked it over.
It was so funny.
Well, if your teacher's listening, that story is made up.
Yep.
She hears and then failed. You have to redo high school.
We did every single question. We spent 30 minutes on every question.
Yeah, I think I probably went, 16, 17, 18 weeks in a semester. I probably left half of it to do on that last week.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. We did it all in one night.
Yeah.
Dang.
We stayed up so late that night, too. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it was late. I think we've probably finished like 3 in the morning.
Oh, my gosh.
All of that in one night.
Yeah.
Dang. That's
We-
dedication.
Because
I
what?
hustled.
That's like 6 hours worth of
Mhm.
straight math.
Dude, I remember that you were
Oh
so
my
paranoid
God.
about the spider.
I was so paranoid because I thought I felt one at first, and I just like slapped it away. And then 20 minutes later, there was another one crawling up my leg.
And I remember you were wearing shorts,
Yes.
and we're sitting there, and you just hear. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? And then I remember you were so pissed when you kicked your coffee over too.
Yeah, dude.
Because
Because I was so loud, and I knew there were kids next door.
Oh my gosh, that was hilarious, dude.
Jeez. No, it was so hard to keep on top of the schoolwork during outdoor lab.
Yes.
All of us were so behind. I don't know. Were you guys also in English?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we all had the same teacher then. But I felt like she was
I
so
didn't, but yeah.
understanding. But I remember she would send out like mass emails to all the interns and be like, "Hey, you guys are all like 3 weeks behind right now, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yes.
give you another
Dude, I
extension."
used to have meetings with Mr. Harding all the time, and then he would be like, "All right, so in this core class that you're not teaching today, you're gonna be spending your time doing your fucking homework." And it was like that for like a good 4 weeks straight.
Oh my gosh.
You just get so behind.
Yeah, you really do.
Like, yeah, you have homework time, but like,
But
I
I don't
Yeah.
want to do
you weren't-
homework.
You had to stop teaching for a while. For
No,
it?
it was in those like Wednesdays, Thursdays that the high school leaders would teach. So we would
Oh.
have free time.
Yeah.
But I would be sitting there doing homework.
That was so fun. There was another time where one of the clinic aides came in because one of the kids had diabetes, and they didn't love when we stayed up super late because
Oh,
we were
yeah.
up realistically
Yeah.
probably until
Yeah.
2-3 in the morning every night.
Yeah.
And I remember one of the other interns was like, one of the other guys was like, "Okay, she's coming in at like 1. We gotta be done at 1."
Yeah.
And we were just hanging out, and then next thing you know, we look at the clock, and it's like 12:57, And we're all just like, oh shit, like we gotta get to bed. So we literally shut every light off. Everyone just quickly brushes their teeth, washes their face off, and we all go back to our bunks because we couldn't be in the intern quarters. So Perch even had to leave the intern quarters, although he slept there 90% of the time. So we're there, and I remember that me and my bunkmate literally were just both just in the pitch black in the middle of our bunkhouse, just like curled up and just like listening. Because like we weren't gonna go to sleep. And I remember she walked in, and then me and my bunkmate got together. And he was like, yo, was that her? And I'm like, who else comes in to check the diabetes scale? And he's like, oh, yeah. All right, I'm going to bed, man. I'll see you in the morning. And we wake up at 5 a.m. and just repeat again.
Yeah.
That was crazy night too.
Dude, remember all of the times that we hung out in the intern lounge, all of us
Yes.
together?
Yeah.
That was remember? Do you guys remember when we found the dead mouse under the chair because we had to clean it?
Yeah.
And oh my god, our friend Emily, it was so sad. It was like this dead little mouse, and it was like crusted to the floor underneath a reclining chair.
Flat, dry, dark little mouse.
And I immediately tapped. I was like, I'm not fucking doing it. Like, no fucking way. Like, I will leave this mountain. Like, I am done. And so Emily was like, I'll do it. And she just had a fucking dustpan and the little handheld broom. And she fucking she couldn't get it off the floor because it was stuck. And then it finally flew into the dust. And she screamed because it launched at her. And then she chucked it off the balcony.
Oh my god. A bird probably scooped it up.
Probably.
Do you remember the time where Perch put a can of soda in his mouth?
I can still do it.
What?
I can still do it.
Yeah, we're all hanging out. And I don't know how it happened, but all I remember is just seeing the video. And it's just it's just panning what we're all doing, and Perch is just sitting there with a can in his mouth, and he's just
Perch is so much. Remember that video of you? He stuffed a bunch of $1 bills in your pants.
I do remember.
And he's strutting down the room with all this money falling.
Oh, I remember that. I remember seeing the hallway. We watched Footloose in there too.
We watched so many movies.
We watched
Breakfast
Spirit.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was so funny.
And
we
then
got Emily to like it.
And then we have the story of Mr. Rip.
Oh.
Mr.
Who wants to
Rip.
say? Who wants to tell the story?
It's your story.
Me? All right.
You.
Okay,
I mean,
so-
I was there, but
I
it
don't know
happened
all
to
the
you.
details.
It was okay. So what happens is we have time in the morning where we teach kids. So then we teach kids, and then usually what would happen was we would finish 10, 15, 20 minutes early, and then we would play Gaga Ball. Gaga Ball is we get into this octagonal wooden
cage.
Yeah. And then what happens is you throw the ball and you try to hit everyone else's legs until you're the last man standing. So I was playing Gaga Ball with a couple of other interns and a lot of the 6th graders, and it would get intense. So it was getting intense one of these days, and I was wearing jeans, hiking boots, and normal attire for outdoor lab, right? And we were playing Gaga Ball, and I was getting heated. So I was it was getting intense. I scoop a ball, and I throw the ball at one of the kids, and I stretch my leg out in front of me, and my pants just split right down the ass cheeks. And I was like, oh shit. And then it was all fun and games, and I put my sweater on, and I think I continued playing. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, you did.
Did you?
I wrapped
people not notice?
No, they noticed for sure. And I wrapped my sweater around my waist, and I continued playing. And then for the rest of the week, we had 4 days left in the week. All the 6th graders, these 12-year-olds, just come up to me. What's up, Mr. Rip?
Oh my gosh.
And I don't know who came up with that, but that was hilarious.
Dude, playing Gaga Ball with those kids. I remember there was some that wanted to play so bad but just didn't quite understand the rules.
Yeah.
So that's when we as the interns just be okay, we step out because we got really competitive.
Yeah.
And then it was funny whenever the kids that were like really good that were in, we would come in and just obliterate them in the game because they'd start strutting around the like octagon court like I'm the shit. I just won 6 games in a row, and we would come in and just demolish them in a game, and we're just like you are nothing. We are better than you, and like it gave us like an irrationally large hype up.
Yeah,
when
100%.
we would just beat these 6th graders like gaga ball.
Dude, our egos were like through the roof when we were playing games.
Because you beat a bunch of 6th graders.
Yeah, and we'd literally go back to bunkhouse time and be like, we gotta go take a shower again because we're just like drenched in sweat from a 30-minute intern time.
Yeah, and it was like probably like 30 degrees outside when we were playing.
That was so fun, dude. Oh
no,
my
I remember
gosh.
I did come watch you guys one day, and you guys were going hard.
Yeah.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
we
like-
didn't mess around.
It was crazy. It was like a boxing ring. There were like all these kids around. They're like, yeah.
Literally, and they're like just starting chants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Rip, Mr. Rip, Mr. Rip.
Dude, I miss that. Just the like kind of connections we'd make. It was so cool to watch because I think all of us connected with like all of the kids, you know. But like the difference in the bond between like you guys and like the boys who would come up, and then like the girls and the girls who would come up. It's just like it was so nice, and like so many different kind of experiences that they got to have there. Like I feel like I wish I could go back and be a 6th grader again just to like experience that.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely some kids that like I remember face name like whole 9 yards that were just so cool.
Yeah.
I always got tripped up the first few weeks being called Mr. Rice.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And then
same.
and then I mean for what a good 85% of the week you're called Mr. Rice. The only time you're not, like it felt weird saying, "Hey, Purrich, come here."
Yeah.
You know? And like there was this one kid who came up who was really good friends with my family, and his sister was really good friends with my sister. So he knew me as Austin since I was in like 6th grade, like a long time.
Yeah.
And he kept calling me Austin, and all these other kids kept calling me Austin. I was like, no. It was like, I am Mr. Rice.
Yeah.
But he gets to call you that. And it's like, do you know me outside of this mountain? And they're like, no. And I'm like, yeah, so it's Mr. Rice to you. It was such a weird.
It was weird because we would call each other by our last names.
Yeah.
Yes.
For the majority of like all of the time, honestly.
Like why? Like it's. So,
I don't know.
Honestly, I think part of it is like it's not to like differentiate the like tiers, but it's like
Yeah.
I think it was to show like we're part of the staff.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't.
Oh yeah,
Well,
true.
like,
true,
We
true.
didn't call our like bosses by their first names
Yeah.
that much.
Yeah.
Like maybe to joke around,
Yeah.
but like not like in a serious
That is
manner.
true.
I don't think I ever. But like, I mean, they make the high school leaders do that also. It's just to establish like authority, so the kids aren't
Yeah.
viewing us as
True.
friends. But, I was gonna say something. I forgot what it was.
I remember when Golden High School came up too, and all I could think Monday morning, because I knew every single name that was coming, or at least had come in contact with them,
Yeah.
right? And I remember sitting there and I was like, please don't be a bad group. Please don't be duds. Please don't be duds.
I actually
Please
remember
don't be duds.
those guys.
And dude, every single person on Friday was like, these are like some of the best high school leaders.
Yeah.
And I literally felt like such a proud dad. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm friends with all these kids.
Yeah.
Like, let's go Golden High School.
Yeah.
I was so pumped because they like did so good and they didn't like just waste their whole week.
I
Yeah.
loved those weeks when it was just everyone, the kids, the high school leaders,
Yeah.
like everyone was just doing their part and having a good time.
Yeah.
There were no issues.
It was just calm.
Yeah.
And just when the kids were good, they listened.
Yeah.
Mess around a little bit, but like then you just listen. Hey, okay, it's time for bed. Oh, come on. Hey, we got a great day tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to the intern lounge for the next 4.5 hours and do something. I don't know what,
We're
but
gonna do a little bit of homework. We eat ramen, watch some YouTube videos,
maybe
fuck
sneak out and go on a
around.
hike. I don't know.
Remember when you were like, I'm going to go back to my bunkhouse to get ramen. And I was like, who's ramen?
Yeah. We had so much ramen when we were up there.
Oh, yeah. That was like our
So-
main
It's like
food.
every day.
Yes. I mean, it's so cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, okay, so dinner is like what, 6:30?
Earlier.
Yeah.
Earlier.
Yeah.
I thought it
something
was like
that.
it started at 5:30. We're leaving
Probably,
6:30
yeah.
to
Yeah.
7.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
true. Maybe.
Ish.
Yeah. And then by the time, okay, the kids are in bed at 9. I'm up for another 3 hours after that.
Yeah.
So like from 5:30 to 12, I'm hungry, dude.
Well, you have to eat foods like that because once it was like time for the kids to go to sleep and stuff, you can't really leave the bunkhouse and like go to the kitchen and make something else. Yeah. You have to. And in our intern
I'm not gonna
course,
lie, we did that.
I was literally thinking the same thing. I was like, we left the bunkhouse so much to go to the intern.
So if anyone's listening, we didn't do that, but we did it.
I also did that a couple times, but like in the intern quarters, you don't have anything.
Yeah, that is
There's
true.
There's nothing.
So you're sitting there eating like Cheez-Its,
and
crackers, and ramen.
Yeah.
That's when we were like at our hungriest.
Yeah,
we ate so much food, but we were just always hungry.
Yeah.
But to be fair, we were hiking everywhere you went.
Yeah.
So it's like we were
burning
those calories.
Yeah, true.
We were burning the
especially
calories.
from the girl bunkhouse because ours was at the way bottom of the hill.
Yeah.
Oh
so
my gosh.
every time we had to go anywhere,
Dude,
we had to go uphill.
Nothing was worse than having a huge dinner and having to drag those boys up that stupid hill.
Dude.
Like you guys had it a different bad because you guys had to hike to get
like
the
in
food.
the mornings or like you know, you would have to get up there.
But like those post dinner walks, dude. Some of those kids, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's just forever. Oh my gosh. I remember when we were at the flagpole and it just had snowed, and I remember I was standing next to this young girl and she literally had just got out in the shower and she literally looked at her hair and it like froze over and she literally just like and like looked at her hair and looked at me and I was like what do you want me to do? Like, but you want me to try to glue it back on? Like it's not gonna get back on.
Break off?
Yes.
Oh my
God. Like not a lot. Maybe she was just like she was doing the thing with like girls do with their hair and they just do it. And she was just feeling it because like when your hair freezes, how it gets hard.
Yeah.
She did that and just literally like took like half an inch of some of her hair off and look. She was like shocked.
Like crunched or something.
No,
it like broke. It like broke off. And I was like, what do you want me to do? I don't know what to do.
God.
That is so
I remember
funny.
one time, this is kind of unrelated, but one time I was walking on some trail and there was just like a braid on the ground. A whole braid. It was just like,
what?
it was just on the ground.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, what the fuck? Dude, just some of that shit that happened. I don't know. It was just so funny. I'll never get over some. Just like when you work with kids, it's just some of the things they say, things they do. It's just so funny.
My last story, just so because I mean I have so many of these. It's about this one kid. Because it was during GT week, one of the extra weeks. We had 4 boys and like 20-something girls. There was this one boy. So he was so chill.
Yeah, dude,
right?
he was super chill.
He was super cool. Me and Perch got along with him super well. He got along with the other 2 leaders we were with. But I have never seen a 6th grader pull that many girls. and remember, GT week, they're not from the same school.
Yeah. These kids don't know each other.
This dude had 9 different girls at his table every single meal.
There's 10 chairs at a lunch table, right? And he was the only boy at those tables.
Every time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, teach me your ways. Like
for real.
Like at that time, like we were all like none of us were in a relationship, and I'm watching this 6th grader get any girl that he wants.
Yeah.
And me and Perch are like, what are you on, bro? And it was crazy.
There were different girls every day.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It depends on who was at like lunch, but like dinners and stuff, when we would just be like, "Okay, go find some people."
Dude, there were like kids in other classes just pulling up.
Yeah. I remember
it's like not even just the girls in our class. It was girls in like from astronomy or whatever.
Yeah.
It may have been.
And there was one girl that like wasn't in our class, but she was in Astro, but like we were all like together, and they had a little fling. And he played it off. I was just joking. I was like, hey man, like, you got a little. Do you know her? And she was like, yeah, our families are actually friends. And I'm like, dude, you already got an in. Like, go ask her on a movie or something like that. And he just leans back and goes, nah, I'm not into that. And I'm like, dude, I'm like, what? Dude, I'm telling you, this kid had game.
Yeah. And this kid's 12.
Yeah. It was crazy. It was hilarious.
He's not trying to be settled down.
No, obviously not.
No.
I wonder where he is. How many years ago is that? 2019. So at least 4.
Yeah.
His
I
graduate.
think coming up on 4.
Because it was the second year, so it was 2019. He was in 6th grade. So 4 years later, he'd be he'd be a junior in high school.
Dang.
Whoa.
That makes me feel so old.
I know
Yeah.
we're old.
We are old.
Oh my god.
Like we're literally
Yeah.
like 20 somethings now.
Shit.
Yeah.
We're so old. Oh my gosh. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
That's crazy though. Like
That
if we
is
ran into
crazy.
them, it's like the last time we saw you, you were in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Like you literally wore blue on blue on blue with a blue headband with your Powerpuff Girls backpack.
Like you moved 2 schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went through middle school and you're
Dang.
almost done with high school.
Like they hit puberty.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't recognize any of them.
Me either.
The majority I
ever-
probably wouldn't.
Did you ever run into any of the kids from your core
Mhm.
groups after that?
I
I
ran
didn't.
into
That
a
was
couple.
so cool when
I
they
didn't.
like recognize you. You feel like a celebrity. Because I remember I was in Target shopping for stuff for my dorm room before
Yeah.
I started college, and then these 2 kids from Outdoor Lab walked up to, like, ran over to me, and they're like, "Oh my god, like Miss Gay, like Miss
Yeah.
Gay," like,
Aw.
and they like wanted to take a picture with me and stuff, and I was like, "Aw," like,
That's so cute.
yeah. All right, that's it for today. We hope you enjoyed listening to some of our stories about Outdoor Lab. You should let us know on social media if you want to hear more. Our Instagram is spilledmilk.podcast, and we have a link in our bio to all of our other handles and stuff. But we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Later.